we're talking about Kobe and D Wade's departure as the top guys, so to speak. Klay Thompson, versatile shooter, defender, two-way player, as you love to call him, Ernie.
You know what you named two, Kenny? We're going to take it to 5. I'm going to give you 3 more. Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Tough as nails with a growing offensive game. My homeboy down in Orlando, Victor Oladipo.
Ooh, already?
Defense and athleticism, yes, already. And at the last spot, Andrew Wiggins, young fella with all the potential to do it all.
Great potential. A little too young, Victor and Andrew, but they're on their way.
Let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach the tip.
It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Now here's Iguodala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. And Green slams it in.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level. And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Rose kicks to Butler. Passes it to McDermott. Fires the 3. Green with the rebound. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside Curry. Green dishes to Bogut. Again, Golden State.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Chicago's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Stolen by Thompson. Up the floor. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss. The way they're knocking these shots down, boy, everything's pure.
Rose up on top. He's covered by Thompson. Here's McDermott. And the Bulls with another miss. The Warriors have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Thompson misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Rose goes in, and that one is hammered home.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Now, here's Rose after the miss from Stephen Curry. And now Curry running the floor all by himself, and the shot is good. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Chicago making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. That's good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Rose. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Dishes to Butler. Clock at 6. The feed now to McDermott. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Butler missing.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the third player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And in rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. Then for the Bulls, Iritic comes in for Joakim Noah. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Second, the Warriors.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
The drive by Green, no good. And in Chicago the other way.
You know, in talking about D. Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Livingston kicks to Green. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Green's got his second basket of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
So it's the Warriors now. Aaron Brooks missing his last shot. Livingston passes to Barbosa. Drills the three-pointer. Barbosa's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
The drive by Green. No good from the low block. Bulls trail by 4. Brooks kicks to Butler. They set the pick. Back to Brooks. To the wing on the left. Heinrich inside the three-point line. And it's Chicago scoring again. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Now here is Barbosa. Kicks to Bogut. Over in the corner, Livingston. Green, the screen. Off the screen. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Plenty of daylight on action. And that's now 7 points for Draymond Green.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Butler on the wing. Heinrich outside. Bulls moving the ball around. And he gets it to go. Mirotic has got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Clark, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Here's Clark. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Livingston kicks to Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Bulls trail by 3. Brooks dishes to Mirotic. Butler on the wing. A 3-ball. No luck. Clark. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. The Warriors on top. They lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
The Splash Brothers are the guards. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots, and it's Bogut in at the center. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Curry kicks to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 6 points for Klay Thompson.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Now Curry, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Bogut kicks to Curry. Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got 7 points.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Down low, here's Green. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Bulls trail by 8. Outside Rose. Outside Butler. The 3. And he gets it to go. Butler's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The drive by Green. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Pass to Curry. Iguodala outside. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Good.
And you know, he's going to continue to vary those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Right wing. Here's Gasol. Gasol can't get that one to fall. Warriors leading by 8. And even 3-on-3 break. Curry wide open. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Now here's Rose. 9-point game his last outing. And the Bulls with another miss.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Bogut with a clean look and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements, one of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Now here's Curry. He had 16 points in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
0-1 near Iguodala as he lets it go. That 3 off the mark. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Warriors leading by 10. Timeout called the Warriors, and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
Well, you know, they split their meetings last season, and the way both of these teams love to compete, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened again.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. Then for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. And Brooks subbed in for Jimmy Butler. And here's Rose after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Rose.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Curry with it. He's got 12. Iguodala kicks to Green. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Some of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. Let's highlight them. Second, Stephen Curry.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
McDermott kicks to Brooks. Barbosa with the steal. Warriors leading by 11. Iguodala outside. From outside, off the mark. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Some changes for Golden State. Rush comes in for Andrew Bogut, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Heinrich comes in for Derrick Rose. Golden State's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
And here is Brooks following Draymond Green's 3. Brooks. Green with the block. Here is Livingston. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Inside. No good. Great D that time from Gibson.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Mirotic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists in the game.
He had such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing big to have to step out on the perimeter.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
From deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. Livingston kicks to Barbosa. No good with the triple.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
To the left side wing. Here's Mirotic. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And Rush kicks to Iguodala. Stolen by Noah. Barbosa against Heinrich. Pass to Mirotic. This one for 3. The Bulls keep it alive. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And good as it rattles through the hoop. And the Warriors lead by 14.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
And so we wrap up the first half. Warriors lead by 14. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the...
Thank you, Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Nobody had an answer for Draymond Green in the first. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splakakataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly great of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love. If he's on your team, he can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value-utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
They get it back, and another shot, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Golden State ball.
And so it's Golden State with it. Curry passes to Iguodala. Green up on top. They shoot again. Kicks it out to Iguodala. 4 on the clock.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Rose against Thompson. Rose kicks to Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Warriors leading by 13. Here's Green. It's rebounded by Noah. Noah's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Butler, here we go. Good. Butler's got 11 points. Now Curry. 12 points for him. Timeout called the Warriors. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Green gets it to go.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Bulls trail by 13. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. That's good. 14 points for Steph Curry.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Rose against Thompson. To the left wing. Here's Gasol. The offensive rebound. Noah dishes to McDermott. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. McDermott's got 5 points so far. Warriors leading by 10. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Ian Clark's checked in for Golden State. And the Bulls making a change also. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Rose passes to Gasol. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Curry, and there the Warriors now with another bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Butler from outside. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Thompson off the drive. Great D that time from Gibson.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Outside Curry. Rebound by Rose.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further. Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Bulls trail by 11. Butler in the corner. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight.
And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from 3. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
Chicago calls timeout. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Rush comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
On the wing, Green, covered by Mirotic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Jimmy Butler. Averaging 22 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register one win against every other team in the league back in 2015. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Ian Clark. Heinrich against Barbosa. There's the pass to Butler. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. 21 points for Butler.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Livingston kicks to Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Bulls trail by 6. Heinrich, right side. Rush with the steal. Barbosa wishes to Bogut. At the elbow, Green. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Green's got 9 points in the quarter.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
The kick outside to Butler. Here's Gibson. The Warriors pull it in. At one point, they led by 16. Rush the pass to Livingston. Gibson with the steal. And Butler, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got 16 here in the second half.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
4 seconds left. And Green with the lay-in. Green's got 25 points in the game.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's Livingston. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist in this one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top, leading by 10. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. The 4th quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Bulls trail by 10. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Green is out there with Rush. That's the Warriors' 5. Rose kicks it to Noah. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Noah's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Bulls. Curry against Rose. Green with a screen on Rose. Now here's Iguodala. Inside, here's Green, and it's blocked by Mirotic. Rose dishes to McDermott. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Mirotic. And McDermott, no good on that one.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Rose attacking. Rush with the steal. Iguodala right side. drilled from 11 feet out. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Stolen by Thompson. Curry passes to Thompson. And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer off the mark. And Chicago's shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Gasol kicks it to Noah. Rose attacking. And the Bulls with another miss. Warriors leading by 10. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Thompson. 8 points for Iguodala.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
Thanks again, Doris.
And for Thompson, his three-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
Bogut sets a screen for Iguodala. Shoots off the screen. Offensive rebound. Noah with the block. But they get it back. Bogut drives in. And that one goes long.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Outside Rose. He dishes it to McDermott. And again, Chicago, no good.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
Bulls trail by 16. Rose attacking.
Aí pensando desce esse 4 falasse. Mas que pena, já era. Não deixe mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Porque eu ouço a voz dela através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto, fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida contar. Nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois. O resto eu vejo depois. O resto eu vejo depois, talvez. Pode ser que uma mina firmeza possa trombar no rolê. É isso, deixa comigo, é só seguir o sentido e despertar. Fala, explico florido, mas não, pera lá, deixa eu falar, né assim. Para mim tem que ter valor. É só chegar e abusar, nem forjar, nem fingir que nem dá pra sentir o amor. Ó fita, ela não confia mais em mim, acredita. No conto das minas.